Welcome back into my life, friends. I have missed you a lot. I want to apologize right at the start for the amount of time that I have been absent. Those of you that are on the Facebook page were able to get some glimpses of the state of my chaotic life, but it has been decidedly radio silence for nearly a month now. However, I am back. I am back for good, and I am really excited to tell you about all the progress that I made in that time. Oh, you just thought I was sitting on my hands the whole time, huh? In this video, we will be doing a tour of my very own, brand new recording studio. If you are interested in some of the other things that I got up to in that missing time, my previous video might be of interest to you. Okay. Let's do it. You are currently standing in the gateway to Disconnection Studio. To your left and behind me is the main mixing room. It is here where I will be spending most of my time, turning little knobs, messing with mixes, tweaking with the sound, and otherwise manipulating whatever noises I can capture. The computer is plugged in and hooked up enough that I will be able to edit the video that you are watching right now. However, some of the wires from the booth still need to be connected in order for my music production portion of the business to be fully operational. I also plan to change the lighting, probably put some paint on these walls back here, as well as changing some of the decoration. If you see anything behind me in this video that piques your interest, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, you can ask me about it in the comment section. My main mixing area is nearly completed. However, my secondary mixing area, not so much. This equipment is what I use to process the audio for my YouTube videos. None of it is plugged in and functioning yet, which you might have noticed while listening to the audio on this video you are currently watching. But I do promise, when my next video comes out, it will have the sound quality that you deserve. Now, let's move from the mixing room into the sound booth. The first thing that I want to point out over here is the big black box of wonder. I built this thing over 15 years ago and lugged it around different states in all types of weather, in and out of tons of different venues. It's held up surprisingly well. So I'm glad to have that as a permanent fixture. Built it into the wall. I built this little stand for it, which I still need to finish. And I want to incorporate this storage space on the bottom. I don't want to completely waste it by covering it, so I want to make little cabinet doors probably. I'm glad I was able to incorporate that into the wall. You probably want to know what's in there, huh? This thing stores my microphones, cables, adapter cables, my unique cables, rare plugs and connections that have over the years enabled me to solve multiple complex audio connection situations. You didn't even know that was a thing, did you? If you'll turn your attention over here to the left, you'll see my soundproofing process in progress. I strictly adhere to the use whatever you can find method of sound treatment. So I've got mattress covers, pillows, blankets, egg cartons, and much, much more, just stapled to the wall. For the sake of uniformity, I then took this fabric and I've been covering it all up to make it look a little cleaner. If you're interested in the process of this build and would like a more in-depth look of the work I put into it, I will be releasing a time-lapse video of the whole process from start to finish. If you want to catch that video, be sure that you hit the notification bell when you subscribed. I also tend to put links up on the Facebook page, and if you're watching this video in the future, I will link that video in the description, and those of you that are watching this using desktop, I will add the pop-up. If you will join me around the corner, I will show you the rest of the sound booth. This area here is designed to hold 2 to 3 musicians at a time. I still need to finish wiring these XLR cables, as well as the lighting you can see here I haven't finished putting up. Then I'll be doing a treatment over top of the entire ceiling to make that look a little bit better. As you can tell, I've done some of that already, moving into the main sound booth in this area here. This room is where most of the sound capturing will be done, be it individual instruments or vocals. I designed it to be a little bit bigger than a typical sound booth. I did this because, at least speaking for myself, I often feel trapped or in the least uncomfortable in a tight vocal booth. I do understand the value of sound quality in a smaller room, but that claustrophobic feeling seems to inhibit creativity, or at least dull the emotional honesty that one is typically trying to convey in any given work of music. I still need to finish the ceiling covering in here, plus I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with the lighting. In addition to adding the microphone jacks, I would like to add camera mounts, most likely in the main corners. That way it'll be a little easier for me to record future sessions. So that's all the way on the inside of the recording booth. I also eventually would like to build a wall across this part here and put a door into it. However, that stands a little bit outside of my current budget. I would like to point out that this entire studio was built using scrap wood, stuff that was left lying around, things that were thrown out, things that I've held on to for years and been carrying around with me. So all that this studio really cost me was time. But the reward has been an exceptional relief on my mind. To be able to finally have a place to reliably start my business and begin growing some roots comfortably, that makes me happy. And I'm really happy that I get to share that with you. And that is where I would like to end this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I deeply apologize for my hiatus. I am now back on my schedule of minimum 1 video per week. As soon as I'm done plugging in the rest of my cables and finishing the studio, I will be returning to my musical schedule as well. In addition, when the studio is finished, I will be doing a follow-up tour, showing different areas in more depth, and also answering any questions left in the comments of this video. If you are watching this video in the future, I will put the links in the description and the pop-ups for the desktop. Once again, thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you all in the future.